sent Wendy out to see if she can fetch me a flower that is in keeping with the theme of this programme. She's been dispatched to Crane's Corner in the West Norfolk village of Fransham.
Seems to me Eddie always gets all the fun boys stuff, like trumpets and soldiers and shooting, and I get stuck with all the girly things like corsets and prams and dolls' houses, and now he sent me to do something about flowers. But there's nothing soft about the flowers at Fransham Forge. I'm going to need me a bigger hammer. Now there's a good size hammer. Forget all about blacksmiths putting shoes on ponies. For Nigel Barnett, this is hardcore heavy metal.
Everybody thinks blacksmiths shoe horses. Well, actually it's farriers that shoe horses. We do a massive range of work, from artwork and industrial forging, farm equipment repairs, anything, metal objects that we heat and manipulate into shapes for people to use.
The hot job of the day is to convert sections of old railway track into signposts for a footpath on the old M&GN railway line.
We're going to twist it, try and tie knots in it.
So how much does each one of these things weigh then?
Well, that's the problem. Each piece of this weighs 56 kilograms per metre. The main problem is moving it around when it's red hot.
Woof! Nigel and his apprentice have built this special furnace to do the job. It's a phenomenal task no one has ever tried before. The railway track is suspended on a spindle so as to twist it while it's still soft. So is this what Nigel was expecting? To me, it's just incredible that anyone can even think of turning a railway line into a corkscrew, let alone actually do it.
That's come out really well, hasn't it?
It really is amazing. How hot is that now?
Oh, it's probably about 1300 degrees. But this is the first time we've tried this machine out, so I'm really pleased that it's actually twisting.
Yeah, you're happy with it?
Yeah.
In the age of horsepower, Fransham Forge was the home of the Crane family, who made farm carts. But with motorisation, they diversified, eventually becoming part of Crane Fruhoff, international truck manufacturers. But Nigel is an artist blacksmith.
Everything that we make is one-offs, and it's your artistic talent that you put into the item. So no two items are the same because they're all made by hand, and it's not entirely different from brought-in manufactured component parts.
To prove his point, steel clothes pegs for giants can only be bought at Fransham. Each of the three parts of this ammonite were cast separately, but fit together as though 10 million years old. Ah, and here's a flower. Maybe this'll do for Eddie. No, better still. To prove that girls can do boys' jobs, I'll make him one. Health and safety first. A forge is a very dangerous place to work, and Nigel doesn't believe in taking risks. And neither do I.
Put it into the tool.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Push the handle down.
Yeah.
You've got to keep touching it. And I'll turn it. That forge is... What people don't realise is when the metal's really hot, it's soft and pliable.
Yeah.
So anything that you can make in plasticine will make in iron. Yeah. It's a bit like when you was a kid and you had Play-Doh machines, like plasticine making machines.
Right. That's all right.
A little punch in the side,
Like
that's
that?
it. Then just tap the end, and then work your way round, and that will make the little holes where the seeds come.
So that's the seed head of my poppy made. Now, under the eye of Max, the apprentice, I get to make the fragile petals. The finishing result may look delicate, but the forces required to make anything in a forge combine all the elemental forces: fire, metal, earth and water, and more than a little brute force. This way up? Is that right?
Put it over the top of the hole. That's it, let go. Now hit that.
Hit that hard.
With the hammer.
Ready?
And you go. Very see whether we've got a red poppy down there.
Red poppy.
A red poppy. You ready? There you go. Look at your poppy. We'll put it in the anvil. Look. Are you happy with that?
Lovely, isn't it? Master craftsman here. Nigel is always in demand for traditional blacksmith work. The ancient cupola atop East Dereham church tower is just one of his restorations.
It was in a poor state. There was a lot of corrosion on it. The paint had all came off. We've totally gutted this bellcot. It's copper sheet, the construction of it on the roof here, and the copper had reacted with the wrought iron frame. And we stripped that right off. We've isolated the copper from the wrought iron now. We've totally repainted the whole wind vane, and I've done all this gilding as well. My wife Angela gilded this. There's 2 coats of 23 karat gold gild on there, and we've had to put 5 coats of lacquer on top because, as you can see, the birds make an awful mess of it because it's a low tower.
But it's his search for the surreal which drives Nigel's passion. As far removed from bending horseshoes, his latest crazy idea is a zip fastener made out of a railway track. And then, just to show how much he cares, he sliced the end of the railway track to make a doorstop, especially for Eddie.
Absolutely fascinating.
Yes, hard work too, I can tell you that much.
Now, where's the flower that I sent you out for?
Well, I have got it with me. Look.
Oh,
Isn't it
thank
lovely?
you
This is the
very
flower.
much.
No, but this one isn't for you. This is the one that Nigel taught me to make for myself.
Oh, I see.
But I have got a nice present for you. Here it is.
Oh, look at that.
That is a piece of railway, and it has our name printed
So
along
I
the side
can
of it.
see. And of course, it is a part of Marriott's Way, isn't it?
True.
Now, I don't know if you know that Mr. William Marriott was the chief engineer of the Midland and Great Northern Railway, so he was a bit of a local hero, you could say.
So that's the M&G-N railway, is it? Muddle and go nowhere?
Well, I expect only his rivals would have called it that.
Of course.
Thank you for that lovely present.
Pleasure. Now, here's a...